anyone can build an online dating profile. Most common ways being from your Facebook pictures or just taking a selfie. But to build it right, it takes much more work. That's why a third of men trying online dating don't even go out on a single date. As a divorce coach, I have to know the subtle nuances of what it takes to build a freaking great, not good, but great online dating profile. I therefore invited my client, who coincidentally lives 15 minutes away, to come to my place and take his pictures. Now that he's out in the field, he can get some really positive results. By the way, if you're going through a divorce, don't go through this alone. Hire a divorce coach. We'll make sure that you come out a better version than before you met your ex. The best version that you can be. To make an appointment, just click on the, wait for it, there. Click right there, and it'll take you to my link so you can make an appointment, or just wait till the end where you could see this logo and you could click on it. Now Sal's a badass for both volunteering his time and for getting out of his comfort zone, because let's face it, guys, we do not like doing this crap, and it's nerve-wracking getting in front of a camera, much more speaking to a camera and being video recorded. And let's face it, the vain factor, it does look pretty vain. Today we're gonna take Sal's pictures while at the same time give you tips on how to have your pictures come out on top. So stick around till the end when you see just how good, actually, how great you can look. So let's start revving that engine. Using a DSLR camera works best, no question about that. That's why you notice that occasionally the video portion may look grainy, because I use my two DSLRs to shoot picture and get part of a film, and then I had to use a regular phone camera to film the rest, and that came out grainy. Something to keep in mind is the importance of quality in the picture, and it is by far overlooked and by far the most important. In fact, OkCupid did one of the largest online surveys to date with over 500,000 participants. The surveys were split into two different genders, and according to their gender, women were asked to rank men according to whether they were hot or not, with 0 being the least attractive and 5 being the most attractive. The way that women rated the men, represented by this thin dotted line, you could see that it turns out that most women think of men as ugly Neanderthals, with about 25% of them thinking that we're zeros and 30% scoring a 1 in the looks care. But the science is not on my side. However, despite the aesthetic challenges that the women see us as having, women still wrote men not because of their looks, but because of their bio and the quality of the picture. Moral of the story, looks aren't everything. They aren't even the majority when it comes to online dating. Therefore, a good quality picture is going to represent you well. You need great lighting conditions, vivid colors such as blues and yes, even reds to wear, and a clean environment. Next is putting him under a natural environment, like drinking coffee while working. The problem here was that the lighting. For instance, I was in a bright part under the sun while taking pictures while he was under the umbrella in the shade. You'll also notice that I asked him to pull up his sleeves. A reason why I did that is to make it more of a natural look and draw attention to his forearms. All right, let's go meet him. Salvi.
I'm good. I came casual.
Okay, all right. Okay, good to see you.
Likewise.
You could try jeans and chinos and maybe a sweater, because I was thinking like start casual. We could take a picture outside.
I have a red sweater. So you said.
So totally fine.
This, you said you wanted something summery.
Okay.
So this is summery.
Okay. What we're gonna do is we'll go outside, and with your computer, you can make it look like you're working, have a cup of coffee and everything like that. Okay. The cup of coffee looks sloppy. It doesn't look like it's yours. Do me a favor, lift up your sleeves.
Show the forearms.
Yeah, show the forearms.
Like that?
Yeah, but fuck, that was a good one, but the lighting is so bad. Look over here more. Smile, dude. We gotta get your smile. We gotta get you like really hardcore. Close your eyes. Look, sit more erect. Yeah. Take a sip of the coffee.
You did watch this, right?
Bitch. Look what it says, dude.
you focus, look over here a little bit. That's a good one right there.
Yeah. Okay. All right, you got it?
Yeah,
You got it?
I think I got it.
All right, let's go on. Now we get to a part where Sal's going to be wearing a sports coat. I wanted him to wear something that's red or that just stands out, and red, of course, stands out. The trick to taking great pictures is to regularly be adjusting your clothing when taking the pictures. That way, you are focused on the outside of the pictures and you look more natural. You'll hear me regularly asking Sal to fidget with his clothes. In other words, adjust them. Adjust your suit while getting your pictures. It's the easiest way to look more natural in them. I want you to fidget your clothing like you're fixing it all the time. Okay? But I don't like the lighting.
Smile or not smile?
Huh? Smile, dude. You gotta look towards me. I need you to fidget. Pretend like you're always
Moving?
yeah, like, you know, just fidget your shit. Yeah, that's what we need. Action. You want to fidget. You're always fidgeting. Okay. Can you fidget?
It's better, more natural way. Press record, that would suck if I did.
Suck balls. No, I did. Yeah, I did. Last, we're gonna talk to Sal. Please forgive the audio. I did what I could to save what I had, and even asked a professional musician and producer to help with the sound. And he made a miracle with what I had. So, thank you, Joseph. If you're going through a divorce, you wanna hear what Sal has to say, because his journey is one that many of us have roamed. Mind you, his separation was just a few months ago, and he'll explain, and I'll occasionally chime in to give you content behind what is being said. This is the file I keep on you, right? So when we record videos and all that stuff, it's right there. The pictures you sent me are right there.
There was at one point that I wanted her back. No, I'm like, nah. I never really loved myself, honestly. And I think being on my own made me appreciate who the hell I am. I think that's when that soul searching begins.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh shit, like dude, like no, it was hard for me to look at myself in the mirror. When I take pictures, I don't know, just the confidence was fucking down the roof. Now like, fuck that, like this is who I am, like, you like it, don't like it, I don't care, I like it.
You know your balls back.
Yeah.
So you sound your voice.
So that's, you know, and just being confident about yourself.
I mean, you're a successful guy, self-made. What's it? You're a class act, and those are words that you want to put out as a game for class act, self-made. Something that my program does quite a bit of, Medico, is embracing the single lifestyle. My research shows that even more than time, embracing your new lifestyle is the single biggest predictor by far for a successful recovery.
He's like, embrace that single life. You're gonna embrace being single and just being on your own. And I went to Laguna Beach, scared as shit to go by myself. I'm like, what am I gonna do by myself? And I went, dude, it was like the best time I ever had. And that's when I realized, like, you know what? This is gonna be a good positive thing, because I went to the bar and I met a bunch of people. I met investors, I met people that, like, I'm like, shoot, like, I've been missing this part of life. I was blinded by a lot of different things, and now that I'm single, that I'm spending more time with myself and learning more about myself, it's the books that I read told me, like, you gotta be stronger than ever for your kids and for yourself.
For yourself.
And then at the end, I'm like, stronger. And then I'm like, no. I gotta be strong for myself. So that's when I started like working out. Started like telling myself, all right, well, what does Sal like? What is good for Sal? Started eating better. Started losing weight. Started reading. It's the soon-to-be exercise. You're reading now. You're working out. It's like, why didn't you do that before? I'm like, I didn't do it. It's just I was inconsistent because I was busy with work. So I think I created a balance.
And you were trying to keep her happy, and you were doing your shit was her, and you didn't have that time for you.
So
how's the program?
I love the program. From the first time I talked to you, so now it's night and day. I remember I was like even shy, like you asked me questions, and like I wouldn't like present my answers with confidence. Now I'm like you always said, like you gotta get your balls back. They're not officially, they're there, but they're coming. You know, they're growing.
You're gonna
But they are, and I think like it's all about confidence, bringing back that confidence, and people see that. Like when you walk and you smile, like girls don't like that.
Yeah.
They love that. Like they're like, what's some of this guy? Like, what is he at?
Yeah.
Like, what's up?
You got you got that little swag going and everything. But it is about just embracing the lifestyle, embracing being single.
Next discuss is not to spend or invest too much in someone when online dating. It's different when you meet someone organically, so please don't think that I'm saying this for every occasion, but online dating, through my experience, is next to inevitable that you will invest all this time on someone only to get duped. It happens.
Every time that I go through that silver buck, I just strike out. I strike out. It's, usually the first date was $60. So it's, just nice, or a coffee date or something.
Yeah. Those are good. And so you get to meet that person, and from there you kind of like, it's kind of like a screening interview. Then from there, all right, this is gonna work, this is gonna work. And it goes both ways. You grow from getting out of your comfort zone. That's what I learned in life.
Flirt with your own comfort.
Yeah.
Now, men's divorce coaching or medical, it comes with action items that you watch on video and then we talk about it. That's the way that the program works. The first part of this action item is what you can commit to. Sal's gonna talk about quite literally a part of the action item, which is cleaning out his closet and home.
One of the things that when I remember after that meeting that we had, our first official meeting, and I went through the checklist, I took out so much shit out of my closet, so much stuff out of my room, and I just made it look clean. And I went to get a new bed, I went to get new sheets, and I made it my home. I put pictures of my kids, and like, I remember she walked in, and she's like, what the hell? She's like, you got this bed now? I was like, we've always wanted. I'm like, oh, I decided to get it.
And you're giving her a taste of her medicine, because the reality is that they ask, they want to know. All right, you have no choice. You have to continue.
Yeah.
And, you invited them to join you in your life.
I didn't want this, but at the end, like, you have to accept it. That why you're gonna force things? Why you're gonna force things on someone that someone doesn't want? Because at the end, you're both are gonna be miserable. Just embrace it and move on. I want to be the bigger man and tell my kids, you know what? Yeah, your mom is my friend. I could talk to your mom.
And that's gonna happen.
And that's gonna happen. I know that. And to me, I'm okay with that. And I'm gonna accept it. And I think, although men go through the struggle in the beginning, and it's hard. It's like it's a nightmare. And like there's sleepless nights, things that you don't eat, and you're just like, what the hell's going on? And then you look at her, and like she's like, whatever. I honestly think like once you're in your good state, it's the baton's passed to them, and they realize like shit, like what the hell did I do?
I answered your question about like how the dating life is going and so forth. The reason why I asked is because when I got out, and was single, the first thing I noticed is a lot of women are miserable when they're single. They're in their 40s. They're like, I've been hurt before.
Oh, I see that a lot. Once you get into like the 39, 40, even 41, they talk a lot, but like, are you sure not gonna do anything to me? Are you sure like you're not that person? Like, and I'm like, it's just kind of scary. Like, just there's a lot of baggage going on. That's something that I've learned from this is like, why am I gonna be miserable? Why am I gonna feel bad if I still have a full life ahead of me? I think at the end, like we gotta snap out of it. It took me some time.
It didn't take you that long.
5 months, 4 months.
As men, we begin working out and we start taking care of our body. We begin our own reinvention, and we end up losing about 120 pounds of stress that you once used to refer to as your wife. It inevitably begins because, well, you start feeling younger once that weight is lifted off of you.
Do you feel younger?
Oh yeah, I feel younger. I feel a lot younger.
Yeah, that's one of the things. You buy time.
But you buy a lot of time.
You do.
And I think it's part of just embracing happiness. I think right now with the holidays, it was hard. But I'm like, you know what? Let's take this. Like, I'm going to battle. That's the way I see it.
This is gonna be.
This is the hardest time, especially Thanksgiving. And I've always been a family man. My goals have reached like a higher limit because I know I'm gonna have more time to myself. So my expectation, I have a 10-year plan. 10 years from now, by the time I'm 52, I'm retired. And I'm only financially free.
Very underrated. Start writing. Put all your pain and fears into either paper or social media under private so no one can see Or do like me, put it in video format. But this will ultimately give you clarity. Remember, your ex isn't around anymore. Now it's your job to become your historian and your children's historian. So go around, take pictures, video them, everything you can to maintain the memory.
Journaling, which you mentioned about journaling. And I think that's something that men don't do that, women do that. And I started doing that, and you articulate your communication. It's helped me in my sales. And like, it's amazing. And you just like write it, and it goes there, and it just flushes out all the toxins.
It makes you get the word out better too, more succinctly. It's like, yeah.
Next 2 points are parenting and setting boundaries. The top concern was men, and believe me, it was a top concern of mine, were my children. I was worried that now they were gonna live with a single dad. We were losing time with our children, or worse, we could hurt the relationship with our children. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is really where you start healing and taking control of the crap that you're in, and that's setting boundaries and learning to say no or just ignoring your ex's request.
Or that I have with my kids, I communicate to them more effectively.
Way more, huh? Yeah, that's big.
Even with my parents, and I set boundaries. Big time, that's like the biggest key. Like, I don't think I ever had boundaries. If you communicate effectively, they will understand, they will accept that, and they will acknowledge it. And they actually will respect you more. Even my soon-to-be ex-wife tells me, like, dude, you've changed a lot. But it's just more of the working on myself and becoming a better individual than I was before.
Next comment reminds me of something Albert Einstein said. A coincidence is just God's way of remaining anonymous.
You know what's funny too, Rene, is that all of a sudden, I asked God, I asked the universe, dude, send me people, to guide me. And it's funny, it just worked. You came, my neighbor came, my friend came, that went to the girl, and just random people are just showing up, oh, I went through that, this is what you gotta go through, just embrace it, and it's just guidance that I think has helped me too, because at the end, you can't do this on your own. It's hard. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
But at the same time, taking responsibility and getting help is the biggest thing I've ever done. And I've learned that the hard way. Like I told you, one of the biggest things for starting my career, I never got a mentor, and I learned the hard way. And when I got a mentor, my career just went up the roof. And I wish I would have done that. And it's the same way here. You guide me, or something's going wrong, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Even today, you ask me, are you okay? Are you gonna be in your A game? I'm like, dude, I'm tired. I went to the gym Monday through Friday.
If you're going through a divorce and haven't started working out or meditating, you're at a higher risk factor for developing major depressive disorder. That's why included in Medico is a workout routine to help guide you in the most effective way to move forward and eliminate the dread that you're feeling.
You work out for the mental benefits, or the other stuff will follow. Yeah, like you sent me that text in the morning. Feel great. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm here.
And it is, and it's always I have a friend who's like, how do you feel? I'm like, fabulous and highly variable. What the hell? So then I always tell them, how do you feel? I'm like, fabulous and highly variable.
The craziest and most rewarding part of the divorce, besides the peace of mind, will be the relationship that you're gonna have with your children. 60% of men said that their relationship has improved. But why?
You're going to be their historian.
Yeah.
And that's what I would work on, take a lot of pictures, videos. It's something I did it's only my son, nobody else. I just told him about this. I started a Facebook page for him. And he wasn't aware of it. So, I put him a lot of stuff that to me represents the divorce, the process and everything. Nothing mean, but I would say the Friday mornings before school, it was pretty regular. I would take him to coffee, see Roger with brothers.
And it's funny because I've always done it, but now it's at a different level. It's 10 times.
Is it better?
Yeah, it is better. It's different, but it's good. Our next thing is they want to go on vacation. Now we're gonna have to get permission to go on vacation out of the country. So
that was the best thing I've done. Taking them, my number one thing, my bucket item, was taking them to that. You gotta take them. That's what I was gonna say. That you're gonna love it because it's gonna be so special. It's just you guys. And It's beautiful, and they'll always talk about it. And I will bet you that's going to be their favorite vacation.
Yeah.
There's good data to show like single dads versus single moms. The kids have less time in prison, unfortunately, and more matriculated. There's no data of graduation, but they matriculate into college more.
Yeah.
Even if the single dads make more money, that's a factor, but that was taken off.
I don't like to take pictures so much.
Nobody does, trust me.
Yeah. That one's good.
Put a title here, or put something here. Morning coffee, something like that, so that they can get to know you.
Okay.
So they can get to know your team and live for this. What do you think of this one?
I would like that one.
The fly. If you ever take a selfie, right? Obviously you're looking at it, right? So always remember to do that. This is obviously incorrect,
Right.
but because it's not a selfie, always remember to do that.
Okay.
Try to get this. Look at this one.
Well, that was good.
Night out. Getting ready for night out. Hey. Oh, look at that. What do you think of this one?
That was good.
The quality that I like. Remember I mentioned the quality of the picture?
Yeah.
You gotta have to pick one of these. These are beautiful, dude. Believe me.
I like that one.
I want the girls that look at you to get to know a little bit of behind the scenes of the picture, what's going on. So you're at a picnic party.
With the soup?
You're high-end. The profile, what you wrote, you got a couple of things. Do you remember where I asked you to write something to the effect?
No.
Class act and
Self-made?
Self-made.
The other one?
Cool. One
That
more
one?
to me. Is that it or
No,
this
that
one?
one.
This one? The difference between these ones and the other ones that I were at, like the picnic one, they're higher.
Yeah.
So I always tell people that I fucked up on that picnic one. You know what I would say? Is try Hinge on online dating. With Hinge, you're gonna find out which pictures work best because they'll tell you.
I like that one.
Okay. These ones I wasn't feeling as much, just to let you know.
Okay.
But let's try it. Let's try
Let's see
it.
what happens.
With Hinge, the girls will tell you which pictures they like, so you get to kind of gauge.
Oh, I see.
And Hinge, actually, I have to say, has some of the best qualities. You notice I never asked you for sunglasses?
No.
You know why?
Girls don't like that.
Oh, shit. I don't know. I like it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to use it. The problem is that I don't like you not wearing a belt.
I just noticed that.
I'm like, yeah, so the belt. What belt?
You don't need a belt.
You want to wear my belt? No. Damn it. Yep, that's it. Look at that, dude. That's what I'm talking about, the quality. Picnic party was killed for sure. I was gonna get a lot of pictures. Plus, you look at, yeah. All right.
That does look nice.
Yeah, it does. It does. Very much so. How do you feel?
Feel good.
What I'm gonna do is
Something different for me.
Was it uncomfortable? Yeah. Dude, it was fucking hard. It was hard for me to open up, bro. I was like, fuck, can't get this cat. So here's what I'm gonna do, alright, bro? So I'm gonna put them on your file.
Okay.
There's still a few I have to upload. So you'll get by later on. This is all I ask from you, is just keep me updated on how it goes and all that stuff.
I will.
Alright.
So you said Hinge, right?
I would try Hinge. Tinder sucks to me, dude. Tinder was fun at its time. You have a heyday and everything, but after a while you outgrow it. It's your call. You live in a metropolitan area, which the good news means that means
There's a lot.
yeah, you have a
So
lot.
it's which one? Hinge and which ones?
Hinge and
That's older people.
older people. It's got the oldest people. It's in the 40s. That's the thing. So you have to worry. You have to wonder if you want that. What I do like about Matching, this is really cool, is they have like dates like where you actually
Yeah.
meet people. And those I never actually went to.
What's up? But it's not like.
Yeah, so I would consider like that's the only reason why I would like match, and also I like the fact that it tells you the vicinities. And when you get them, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to freaking ask them for their number right away.
No. Gotta close it.
You gotta say to that one, bro. Alright, so I'll update them all. I'll send you the file and stuff, and then just share them with them. That's all I ask.
That's fine. All right. Anything else?
Nah, say something. Say bye to the camera. Say what's up.
Thank you. Bye. See you guys later. Have a good day. Don't get depressed.
Don't get depressed. It's the best you got.
Gents, I know that today's video came with a few technical difficulties, and I strongly apologize. What I do hope is that you got something valuable from this video, and if anything, that you can overcome this. Sal's journey is common, and he hired a coach because he was all too aware that he needed direction. As he said, don't do this alone. Look for and find help, because let's face it, many of us in a court of law are already at a disadvantage just because of our gender. In a few seconds, you can make your appointment by clicking on a link that looks like this, or join our free, discreet, and fastest growing Facebook group for divorced men. It's all in the comment section underneath. Thank you very much.